You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, we have Brooklyn Quartermain tapping the brakes when her hubby Chase suggested they make a baby with a donation from his big brother Finn. Now, there might be another volunteer, Dante Falconeri, in the mix, which would horrify BLQ for several reasons. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's talk about how much messier this is all going to get before all the secrets are exposed. And hey, click subscribe if you're not following us already. So we've got two big secrets still hidden on GH. Chase took it very well when Brooklyn admitted she'd been pregnant and had a baby as a teenager. She told her mom, Lois, she was going to keep that pregnancy secret, but then she pivoted kind of in the moment when Chase started talking about how upset he was that BLQ wouldn't get to experience pregnancy because of him. So she went ahead and confessed to stop his guilt trip. And Chase handled it really well, but that's also because he doesn't think this pregnancy has any relevance to his life other than it meaning he can feel less guilty. But with the whole sperm donor conversation, things are shifting. Right now, BLQ is still sitting on the secret that Dante is who got her pregnant as a teen. And the other secret, of course, belongs to her mom, Lois, that Gio is their baby and has been under Brooklyn's nose pretty much his whole life. So if you've seen the General Hospital episodes this week, you know that Chase told BLQ he thought they should use his big brother, Hamilton Finn, as their sperm donor. Chase explained that then the baby would have his DNA too. I mean, not a full half because Finn and Chase are half brothers, not full blood brothers, but still, if he wants some family DNA in the mix, the suggestion made sense. But BLQ thought it was not really the best idea for a couple reasons. First was she didn't think Finn would want them raising his kid. And then Chase mentioned that the kid would be Violet Finn's younger sibling, which not really, because the baby would legally be the child of Violet's aunt and uncle, you know? And although BLQ loves Violet, that would make it a lot more confusing for everybody. And then, because GH is all about the foreshadowing, Brooklyn said, what if that baby grew up and was upset to find out their biological dad was somebody they'd known their whole life, and it was their Uncle Finn? I mean, that pretty much is the situation that is Gio's right now, because he's known his mom, BLQ, his whole life, and his dad Dante for nearly as long. That's why BLQ suggested that she and Chase slow up and think about it. And while Brooklyn decided to have a lie down and kind of wallow in her uncertainty, Chase headed off to meet his bestie, work partner Dante Falconeri. So here's where things may get crazy. First of all, I wonder, will Chase tell Dante that BLQ was pregnant as a teenager? If so, then that secret she's keeping might blow up right away. However, I doubt Chase would tell Dante about the baby that BLQ gave up for adoption. It's one thing for Chase to tell Dante about his infertility because that's Chase's business. But the teen pregnancy and adoption, well, that's Brooklyn's business, and it's her private business. So I do expect it to stay hidden for now. So the second thing I wonder is whether Dante offers to be a sperm donor for Chase and BLQ. I mean, right now, as far as he knows, Dante has just one kid, Rocco Falconeri, with Lulu. And of course, we all know he's got Gio with BLQ. But Dante was helping raise Sam's kids by Jason and Drew, Danny and Scout, before those guys showed up and actually started acting more like fathers. And Dante himself has lots of half-siblings, step-siblings because of his dad, Sonny. Plus, Dante was raising Charlotte Cassadine also, even when Lulu was in a coma. You know, Dante was there for her. He was a good dad figure. So really, the guy's got a pretty flexible idea about family. And Dante seems to have no plans to have any other children. And Brooklyn is a lifelong friend of Dante's. And of course, Chase is his partner at the PCPD and his best friend. So yeah, I don't think Dante would hesitate. He may offer to give up some baby-making genetic material to his two friends so that they can make their dream of starting a family come true. What's funny is I don't even think Lulu would fuss too much because she feels bad about putting her foot in her mouth the other day about BLQ having a perfect life, nothing ever going wrong for her. And of course, Rocco is old enough to understand what it would mean for his dad to donate sperm to his best friend who can't make a biological child of his own. I mean, all of the secrets aside, it's kind of the perfect solution, except of course, BLQ really can't say yes because that would be her second child with Dante, which is insane to contemplate on top of the secret baby he doesn't know about. Now, by the way, to be crystal clear here, I am not saying Dante is going to offer to donate. I'm not saying it's confirmed. This is not a spoiler. This is me saying, I think GH might go there. And this is why it would be soapy and messy and interesting if they did. Because if Dante offers and Chase comes home and tells Brooklyn, hey, great news, Dante offered to donate some swimmers and he's the next best thing to my biological brother. He's my brother in arms on the police force. He's my best friend. Well, then BLQ would have to come up with some way to say no to the offer. Either that or come all the way clean and tell Chase she is freaking out because she had a kid with Dante already. And from there, we'll see how it goes because clearly BLQ is going to look for the child that she gave up. She doesn't even know if she had a boy or a girl, but Lois knows. As a matter of fact, Lois looked like she was going to throw up on that recent episode when Gio mentioned how glad he is to have his father's name because he never got to know him. That was in the conversation where Tracy was talking about the court order to stop Drew from using the Quartermain name. And in the beginning, you know, when they first started hinting about a BLQ and Dante retcon to give them this Geo baby, I was utterly against it. I don't like rewrites of known history, especially since at one point there was a very significant age gap in the characters that required more rewriting to make all this plausible. I will say over time, it has kind of grown on me, as has Gio and his violin, as long as he's not in my face constantly. He's definitely better than Drew, am I right? And in the end, you know, once BLQ and Chase find out Gio is her kid, honestly, Dante might be the best sperm donor to have because that would mean both of Brooklyn's kids would have the same DNA on both sides, the same mom and the same dad genetically, you know. And of course, I'm not sure Chase will be as calm about finding out Dante got Brooklyn pregnant as he was finding out about the teen pregnancy itself. But we'll see. This could be very interesting.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.